real good now. Watch the whole driver's side. I'll let you do the back area and passenger side. All right, so we'll take turns with the camera. All right. So one of the things I'm going to do, you peoples, is I'm going to take. I have nothing but alcohol and water in this bottle. It's good practice if you have ceramic coating to spray your car down after you rinse it, especially if you haven't washed it in a while, or it's a daily driver, so you're riding through the elements and bugs and all kinds of stuff. To use O&R, that's what's in this bottle. I know it says Gatorade, so this is false advertisement. So I'm just trying to rinse out a lot of the alcohol out of this spray nozzle. Not that it's going to do damage to the car, but I still would like it just to be clear of that. So I'm going to go over the car with this and kind of baptize it and just let this sit on the whole car. It's just going to make it easier for us to clean. This isn't some kind of all-purpose cleaner or degreaser. No need for any of those things anymore. They're all acidic anyway. They don't really do your car good, or your car's clip coat any good. I do have spray bottles. I just didn't bring it with me. So I should have just brought an extra spray bottle so I can put it in there. It just looks more professional. So you guys can refer to us as the Gatorade bottle guys if you want to. It's good to get yourself a systematic routine going. This way you can kind of dot your I's and cross your T's and stick with that same process, whatever you commit yourself to. We usually start with what we call the front clip area, which is the front end for most people. And that's the area where we start. You know, he picks a side, I pick a side. And we know that we're gonna commit to doing that side to the best of our ability, even if that means sometimes going over the same side a couple times, just because we want our standard is for it to look as good as possible. We don't believe in doing halfway jobs, and you shouldn't either for whatever it is you do. Woo, look how grimy that bottom part is, but the O&R, believe it or not, that's all that's in this water, nothing more. It's not a degreaser, but again, the ceramic coating is on there, so the O&R is sufficient enough to do what we needed to do to help us get the rest of that gunk off of the car and make it easy to clean. I'm gonna put some more O&R in the bucket. In my Gatorade bottle. Let me know if you see I missed the spot, bro.
So far, so good.
So you could also do this to it. It wouldn't hurt to have yourself an extra sprayer, especially if you don't get around to cleaning your car as often as you probably should be clean. Spray some more on there. It helps too with preventing you introducing new scratches to your car. When you start to use a microfiber towel or whatever it is you use, I would definitely suggest you guys not use what's been known, or what I used to use, which is what we call the car wash brushes, broomstick brushes. Even though they say they're safe for cars, the truth of the matter is, unless you're a person who has OCD, then don't mind after each time you use that car. Actually, I would still use clear away from using the brushes at all, because just like the car washes, they're infamous. They contain, those brushes, long brushes, will contain particles of dirt from previous cars you worked on, or from the one car you do work on, and you may not always be able to get every single piece of dirt out of it. And what will happen is, over a period of time, you will scratch up your clear coat and your paint. You may not see it in the beginning. You might think, oh man, I did a good job. That dude don't know what he's talking about. But Initially, people don't see it either when they go to those car washes where they use the brushes and the flaps. But wait a little while, you'll see. So we suggest you stay clear of that. Ultimately, it's your choice, but just a suggestion. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. Put the top back. You're gonna put things back when you get done with it right away. Because if you're anything like us, you can easily get distracted and lose something. Alright, so here we go. I've already allowed the owner to sit on the car for a little bit, so I'm gonna start with the front end, the front clip we call it. And I usually fold my rags, my microfiber towels, into quarters. You know, I fold it in half. And I fold it in half again. Reason being is because I can use the corners to get into little grooves and stuff like that I normally wouldn't just be able to get into, and because it allows me to have different sides to work with. Like as I'm doing one section, I might start with this side, and as I notice the rag's starting to get grimy and dirty, I move over to this side, and as I notice that starts to get grimy and dirty, both of those sides are dirty now, I flip my rag inside and out like this, you know, as I move around the car, and start here and then go there. Then I can also take the rag and go there, you know. Then after a while, you know, every once in a while it's still good if you move from side to side to baptize your rag. Alright, so I'm saying all this now while I'm thinking about it, because once I get going, I probably ain't going to stop to think about it. I'll probably forget that we even have that camera going. So, let's get started. Exhibit A. Yeah. Again, it's good to have some kind of system in your head, so you can know that you dotted your I's and crossed your T's. All right, time to reintroduce my water to my rag to water. I think I might put 1 or 2 more rags in this water, just to be on the safe side. It's been a while since he had this car washed, so I wanted him to wait for me to get to be able to do it, so I can show him how to do it. And that hasn't worked out for us well, so that's why we're doing this video. And we've been meaning to do videos anyway. And so these 2 rags look good. Those going on our bucket as well. Alright. So I did that half of the hood. Now I'm working on this one. Sometimes if you see something really, really grimy, you might spray elbow grease. But it shouldn't take too much though, because again, if your car is coated, unless you're taking forever to get around to cleaning your car, and you're just in the area where it's just known for grime and stuff like that, you know, you might always have to use elbow grease, but you shouldn't have to use as much as you would in a car that doesn't have a coating. So I'm gonna try to use this rag a little bit more. usually when we address these bugs on a car that doesn't have coating on there, if it's been a while since the car's been washed, it requires us to sumo wrestle the car before we can even get something like that off. But this is coming off pretty decent, pretty easy. Again, I think it's a good practice, whether you have ceramic coating on your car or not, to spray like a bottle of that O&R stuff in your car. And a little bit in the bottle goes a long way. I'm gonna use a double rag now, because this one's getting really grimy. How many more rags in here? Let me know if you see I missed something, bro. Will you shut off that generator? You don't need it right now.
So shut it off?
Yep. So that's the whole front clip. I'm going to now do the windshield so I can say that I'm done. Now we didn't put ceramic on the windshield. Yeah, so or the rest of the glass. I want to get the actual car itself. So I am going to use some soapy water. The other side.
For the people who didn't hear, he's only using soapy water just because the glass does not have ceramic coating.
Go ahead, you turn that off, and you can let it on because I gotta do all. I'm gonna do all the glass, do the convertible top, and I'll rest it off. Then I'll come back to doing one of the sides. So,
You don't want to stop?
oh no, keep it going. This one. You don't have to put a lot of muscle into cleaning convertible, fabric top convertible, or hard top. You know, let's use some light color that's a little bit grimy, this being black. You know, I'm not trying to put a lot of elbow grease on this kind of stuff because you just take a chance. This is an older car of creating some problems for yourself. However, I do want it to look great. You just got to be mindful. Material that you're working on. It's always a good idea of mine to you as it was often suggested to me to look into various types of material so you can familiarize yourself with what you should be using, what you can and can't use. Not all fabrics and materials are created equal. Nor are cleaners created for everything. So you want to use certain things for certain things. There are coatings that you can use on the fabrics. I told them I was going to bring one for them today, but I had a lot of stuff going on and forgot to bring it. I did bring a bottle. I assumed that the bottle had enough in there for me to use, but it's only probably enough for me to do maybe 1/4, literally. So I got to go to the store and buy some more stuff. Now again, if this was hot outside, I wouldn't attempt this to like move on to all these different spots of the car without wrestling the different sections down, just because I can create some problems for myself, unnecessary problems. But since the weather's a little cooler, especially since it's getting a little darker, I can go ahead and get away with this. Now when it comes to racing down like a fabric or even a hard top, you just got to be careful, especially with the fabric tops. You don't really want your pressure cleaner, even though it's an electric one, to get too close to it because there's a chance, especially with the older materials, you can put lines in there and you're not going to be able to just get those lines out like that, and that customer might hate you for life. So yeah, I would be mindful of that. Again, it's a good thing to kind of study the material, what you can and can't use, and what the industry, I mean, because it's one thing to find a video where somebody's saying they're using some kind of like wood cleaner on their tires, and I'm not saying that that's not, you can't use that, but I mean, if you want to give the appearance to your clients and it's something that you're trying to do as far as the business goes, you gotta be careful of the products you use. There's people watching, and you will be crowned the bootleg detailer. Alright, so let me go ahead and turn this back on. I'm gonna rest this, now I'm gonna go ahead back to doing what I was doing. And you know, if you see something I miss as I rest it. Rest this back on. plug in both of these, right?
Yeah. Water and then pressure cleaner.
Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna try to stand away a little distance. So put lines in that back. It's always a good practice no matter what kind of pressure cleaner you're using to not keep the pressure cleaner in one place if you want. You want to keep it moving. I usually like to rinse from the start by rinsing from the top and allow gravity to kind of help me clean all the other areas. I mean, rinse the other areas. And then too, it makes no sense to kind of like start rinsing the bottom, and then you just go back up and rinse the top. And now that nasty water from the top is getting back on the area you just rinsed, and now you gotta rinse that again. I mean, again, this is our process. You can create your own. Just create one that'll work for you. Okay. All right. Leave the soap on the other side. There's no more on this side, I'm gonna hit this side.
Yo, Mark.
Huh?
There's still some soap up there.
There's still soap there?
Yeah.
Yes, man, what would I do with y'all, man? I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Being that this is fabric, it's not gonna be so easy to just rinse this soap right off of it because the fabric is absorbing the soap. All right. No longer need, I don't believe that. So I'm gonna turn this off if you ever do need to turn it on. Okay, so I'm gonna do the, since I'm over here, this side. And I'm going to take, I didn't use these sides yet. Take this side. I already painted the top, so I only really need to work this side. Just like the front end, this area usually gets the bug splatter bad. So it's also another good reason why it's good to pre-spray something like on there, let it sit for a little while, then come back to it. Should clean up nice. Okay. Move this one out of my way if I think that's on R. Again, you may be watching in the camera and think, well, you ain't cleaning the lower part of the car. We did clean the lower part of the car earlier, the lower extremities, while we did the tires and the wheels. look how all that's just really cleaning up nice. Woo! And I ain't using the degreaser. It's just going on. I'm gonna wipe a little bit more of that than it's usual, you know.
Alright.
It's 2 fresh rags in there I haven't touched through the years. Don't forget to take your time and let them see you getting in the grooves, man, up in these, around these tail light things. Sheesh. Hey. That's gonna be my last chip on that, and then you can have it. Alright, so train. Alright, peoples, I'm gonna tag myself out of the ring and let him go in. I don't know why we're not able to turn the camera around. It's kind of funny.
Pick the right rag too. It's white, so you can see all the dirt.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea too, to be mindful of the colors that you're using as far as your rags go. And it'll help you have an idea, you know, just how much grime is coming off of there. And then if the rag is staying white after a while, you realize, hey, it's clean now. And watch how he uses the corners too to get up in here once he gets around to it. Another benefit of folding your rag like we do. I mean, you can use your own process, but you know, sometimes you can learn a thing or two for somebody else. We have. Again, if you guys have any questions or concerns or things you'd like to see us make a video about, again, this is our first video. We look forward to making a whole lot more for your average Joe, or you know, somebody who's looking to start their own thing, or you know, just learn how to better take care of their own personal vehicles.
really dirty right there.
Yeah, once you get that very bottom, you're gonna be really picking up some dirt. I think I did a good job on that side. It's just that probably the left side, it needs it really good. And then in the corners, like that edge of that rag in there. Be careful, like you see Ishmael doing. You don't necessarily, being the vehicle's kind of close to the ground, or close to that curb right there. You don't want your rag to. You want to try to avoid having your rag touch the ground and possibly pick up some kind of dirt, sand. See, I was trying to put two words in one. It just didn't work. Reason being is if you get it on your rag, you could, again, introduce fresh scratches to your car's paint. Of course, it's in the lower part of the car, so it probably won't be as visible as it would be on the hood or on the roof, but still, it's good practice. I'll say go ahead and use your other rag on the rest of that from that point forward. And this is just O&R, people, O&R. Nothing really harsh, no harsh chemicals in O&R. Smells good enough to drink. Me and Ishmael oftentimes consider it when we forget to bring our drinks or we ran out of drinks, but we're reminded it's still a chemical. And we want to live to tell about it. So we avoid that at all costs. But yeah, there's no really harsh chemicals in this stuff at all. We use it for so many different things, interior and exterior wise on the car. It's actually my go-to glass cleaner. I don't use glass cleaners anymore since I ran into this stuff. To me, it's a waste of money. I'm not saying that there's not good stuff out there, but I'm just saying, or not. And they not even paying me for this advertisement. He's just about done, peoples. I'm gonna have him do one last thing, and then we'll pretty much be done. As soon as he's done with that door, he's gonna show you how to properly dry off the car with the towel that I was showing you guys earlier. And then we're gonna go ahead and end the video because we're gonna put away our tools, and that'll be it for today. Now, if you do happen to have any questions or concerns, and you send the question or concern to that email address that I provided before, please give me time to get back to you, because at the moment it's just me and Ishmael, and we stay pretty busy. So, I don't. When I get home in the evening, I have an 8-year-old boy, and he likes to play, and I can't just justify my desire to want to get to answer you guys' questions and neglect playing with my son. So I try to spend a little time with him when I can, and as I can here and there, maybe a week or so, or if I can get back to you sooner, I will. But still feel free to send the questions and suggestions in regards to videos you guys would love to see. And we'll try to make it happen. Is that it, Ishmael? Or you got something else you're going to run over? All right, if you want to go ahead and grab the towel, I put it on top of the box when you open the passenger side door. And that'll be it, man. You can walk them through how it's properly done. Okay, so he's got the towel folded also, similar to how we folded the microfiber towels. Just so you can use so many different sides of it. So the whole car has been on-ard. No soap. I mean, you don't necessarily need all those harsh chemicals. It's a pH neutral soap with without any harsh chemicals on there. Now, had this car not had a ceramic coating on here, we would have had to rinse this car off and then come back and apply on-art to it. So we would have had another whole, hour probably, bro? Or half an hour at least to go over the car again. But because it does have a ceramic coating on here that we installed almost a month ago now, it allows us to be able to skip that soapy water step. And again, we have already cleaned the lower extremities, but we went over it again. If you noticed, as we were doing the upper part of the car, man, even with the sun setting, you can see this paint popping. It's a beautiful thing. Just to give you guys a little bird's eye view into how the ceramic coating works. It works on what they call molecular level, but in terms that we use so that you can wrap your mind around it. Basically, just like our skin, the clear coat, the main function of the clear coat, aside from giving your car paint that luster look, that shiny look, is to protect the paint from being exposed to the elements, UV rays, and all those infamous things that would oxidize and destroy a car's paint. But the only problem with the clear coat is it's only so thick. They say it's as thick as a garbage bag. So that's not a whole lot of clear coat to play with. And clear coat by itself, as many of you already know who owned cars over the years, it's not enough to protect your car. You need something else on there. And wax is better than nothing. But let's be honest, wax is limited in what it can do. If you have a hectic lifestyle like most people do, and bird etching or love bugs or any of the other bugs that are also acidic, maybe not as acidic as love bugs, linger too long on your clear coat, it will etch into your clear coat, into your paint, etch through your clear coat and into your paint. And then you will have to have a detailer come and I'm not gonna say buff it all out depending on how long it's been there, but he could more than likely, if he knows what he's doing, enhance the overall appearance of the vehicle by buffing it. But you could only take a buffer to your car's clear coat but so many times before your clear coat's compromised, and then you have clear coat failure in a matter of months or weeks or a year down the road. So that's not a wise choice. So you need something on your car that's going to protect it for the long haul. And the ceramic coating is the best way to go at the moment. With the exception of, because there's some things that ceramic coating won't do, and so I'll go ahead and plug this here. The PPF, or some people call it the clear bra, those things are awesome for also protecting against the etching from the bugs. You can coat, I think they say, an entire vehicle with this stuff. It's pretty pricey, but most people at least coat the front hood area, especially that lower area where it's acceptable to getting hit by the rock chips coming from some dump truck that we all find ourselves behind at some point in time. So PPF is good for that. Ceramic coating won't protect against the rock chips created by those rock pebbles that hit your car, but it will protect against the things, all those other things. elementals and sap and bird poo and etching and light scratch resistance, and especially things that Florida is infamous for here, like salt air corrosion, the acid rain, and so many other things, UV rays. But yeah, if you have any questions or concerns in regards to ceramic coatings, please feel free again to, or anything else, to email us at thefathersbiz@gmail.com. T is in Tom, H is in Henry, E is in Elephant, F is in Frank, A is in Apple, T again is in Tom, H is in Henry, E is in Elephant, R as in Rick James, S is in Sam, B is in Boy, I is in Igloo, Z is in Zebra at gmail.com. And I think Ishmael just covered it all. The only thing we have left to do now is, if you want to use that same rag to just go over the rims, Ishmael, and kind of, I guess after that, I'm gonna find you a dirty towel that you can use to probably wipe the tires, and then we're just gonna start plugging and putting everything away. Thank you, people, for watching. Those of you who watched it all the way through, we appreciate you, and stay tuned for more videos.